Good morning, Happy. Good to see you on our
Good.
very own first Ace at Marina podcast. And we're very happy to begin with you because you come with a lot of happiness. First of all, you come with a lot of happiness to the club. I myself am a new member and I joined looking at people like you who bring in so much of vibrancy and positive attitude to the club. So, welcome to this first podcast.
Good morning, Kada.
Yeah,
And thank you for calling me to be the first
yes.
participant of your podcast program.
Yeah, we couldn't have had it otherwise. This is it. So, first question, why Toastmasters?
See, Toastmasters was an accidental uh, fallout for me
Hmm.
because when I was bidding for a project, the CFO, who was a decision maker of that company, asked me, "Are you interested in public speaking?" And I said, "Anything for you, sir."
Hmm.
All right. So he was starting a new club, and he said, "Can you just join the club?" I said, "Anything for you, sir." So, but when I joined, I started enjoying the meetings,
Hmm.
and then I said, "Oh, it's really helping me." I could start counting the ahs and oohs of others when I go doing presentations and while I'm in meeting, and it was like an inspiration,
Hmm.
and so I couldn't leave the Toastmasters after that,
Okay. So, how
and I
many
can
years
tell.
have you been now? How many years have you been in Toastmasters now?
Now, this is my 23rd year in
Oh,
Toastmasters.
okay. And you've been in many, many roles in many clubs?
Yeah, I did take up some roles, and I did travel across the world in the time being.
Hmm.
So used to take my sabbaticals from UAE.
Hmm.
But when I come back, I look where I stay, and then I'll try to join a new club which is close to me.
Okay. So, that has been like your sort of a constant factor of UAE. When you
Ye-
think of UAE, it is your.
Yes, when I was working in the US,
Mhm.
what I did was I opened a Toastmasters club in my company over there.
Oh, okay. So you're just spreading the joy from to different
Yeah,
countries.
I mean, it's like, when you take that, show that leadership quality, bosses take a note of you. That's what about it. And it's a fun process. I'm sure you will agree with me that, especially our race at Marina Club is a lot of fun
It
when we
is
come.
a lot of fun. Yeah. And I think it's the people who make it fun, you know.
Yeah.
You've got
Yes,
a good
it's,
mix of people.
see, anything and everything is just the people.
Yes.
You know, if you have quality people, you have quality meetings,
Yeah.
and then you have quality debates, quality discussions,
Yes.
right?
So, I'm sort of directing this towards newcomers or people who are still on the fence, thinking, should I join this Toastmasters club or not, So, can you tell me how it has actually helped in your career? You said you joined because the CFO wanted, but then you stayed back. You didn't quit. You probably got what you wanted out of that CFO, but you still didn't give up, did you?
Yes, because what I found is every meeting I attend, I'm improving myself.
Hmm.
Okay. Just 2 years into the Toastmasters, I know I was made the surgeon at arms for the DTAC. That time it was, uh, you know, GTAC, Gulf Toastmasters annual conference, and I was made the SAA, and it was an experience.
Hmm.
And I still remember we having a session in the dunes that time, and one of the world champion, Mike Brown, had come, and I had the opportunity to interact with him very well,
Hmm.
very closely. And I was so inspired. And I said, if these people are still sticking to Toastmasters, there's something in it.
Yeah.
And on a personal side, yes, it has benefited me a lot because it improved my communication, my leadership skills.
Mhm.
When you take up multiple roles in the club, and you really put in your efforts into it, you're growing yourself. You're just not growing the club, you're just growing yourself.
Exactly.
And
Yes.
I did grow in the club, in my career
Mhm.
exponentially after joining the Toastmasters.
Wow. Okay. So, can you give any examples of your most memorable moment in the club itself in 20 years?
Oh, yes. You know, I can tell you when I think it was in 2005.
Mhm.
I was with the Sharjah Toastmasters Club, and we had this great leader called JK. Unfortunately, he passed away
Mhm.
while he was in Australia. I was totally averse to cooking. I
Mhm.
never made even a tea in my life. But
Okay.
he used to work for he was a chef and
Mhm.
used to work for the food supplier to Emirates Airlines.
Mhm.
And besides all the Toastmasters, I said to Jake, I want to learn cooking. So
Mhm.
he really took us home and he taught us cooking. You know, what are the different aspects of cooking? And I'm telling you, if it was not for him, I would still not be making my own tea. But now I can manage myself because of that.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
that's one part of it. And we used to enjoy. We used to have all the XCOM meetings at homes.
Mhm. Oh.
Every month we used to have. So one of the XCOM member would host a
Mhm.
meeting at their home. And
Okay.
that made a lot of bonding, made a
Yes.
lot of bonding. Nowadays, it's a bit more fast.
Mhm.
People have less time
Yeah.
because of that time we did not have so much of social media. So there was a lot of time in hand to
Mhm.
interact. So there was
Yeah.
a lot of personal touches between everyone.
Yeah.
And everyone helped each other. If someone loses a job, everyone go all out to find him a job. If
So what
you
you're
know,
saying is it's much more than just coming on a
it was
Thursday.
just not, even the family members knew each other
Mhm.
because sometimes the XCOM, like the president would say, okay, bring me your family along. So
Mhm.
we all will go meet
Yeah.
at their house,
Mhm.
do a barbecue. I mean,
Mhm.
it was really nice. And I would see we saw something similar when ACID Marina took off. Or
Yeah.
during my presidentship, it was completely COVID time. Once the COVID came out and we had Toastmaster Banasri running the as a president, she
Mhm.
used to host meetings at her home. So I was thinking of those old days where these things were happening.
Yeah. Mhm. So I
So
mean, look at the memories you've collected over 22 years. It's much more than. I mean, for a newcomer thinking of should I join or not join, it's much more than your personal public speaking. It's building community. It's building a network of friends, like-minded people. It looks like a overall growth that you can have for a newcomer who's coming into UAE.
let me tell you, for as a Toastmaster, your communication skill, of course, you
Mhm.
will develop.
Yeah.
But what you become if you really get involved in Toastmasters is you become a great leader. You
Exactly.
improve your leadership skills.
Hmm.
You build skills.
Hmm.
When you write a speech, you're improving your writing skills.
Yes. Hmm.
And that's improving your thought process,
Process. Hmm.
right? So it's just not about improving your public speaking,
Hmm.
taking away your fear of standing in front of the crowd and talking.
Yes.
It's more than that.
Hmm.
You're becoming a leader. And
Yes.
whatever qualities you acquire here, you can execute them in your professional life.
Hmm.
So if you are on the fence, I would say you want to be a leader.
Yeah.
I'm sure you agree with me. Everybody cannot be a leader. It's like the
Yes.
hands,
Yeah.
right? All fingers are on it. But
Mhm.
if you really have the potential to be a leader, then Toastmasters is the right place where you can join
Yeah.
and improve your leadership skills.
Mhm.
Automatically, your communication skills improve.
Exactly. So it's much more. It's giving you more than what we give to the club. The club gives you so much more, isn't it?
Absolutely.
One last question before I go to the rapid fire. It is any funny moments, any uncomfortable moments that put you on stage and you had to improvise suddenly and save the situation?
Oh yes, I remember. In 2008, among all the stress, we had a lot of stress because of the economical situations, and then we were trying to hold on to the members in the club.
Hmm.
And, me being a you know salesperson, I'm not I'm a very
Outgoing
outgoing
person.
person.
Hmm.
And if someone asked me to dance on the floor, that time I was probably 20 kilos more than what I am today. So I had a lot of fat around me and, shaking everything, all
Yeah.
your whole body to dance in front of the crowd. I
Hmm.
used to have my inhibitions, but then with Toastmasters, I took it as a fun time. So I used to, and now I continue dancing.
Oh,
That's
so
what I'm
so you
saying.
were called upon stage to dance rather than speak.
Yeah, I mean, we had culture programs to
Mhm.
just to get on the stage, and we used to have this, annual conferences where
Okay.
we used to put up culture programs, and I was a very shy person to dance, but then when I found that I look funny in dancing, I
Mhm.
said, okay, why not? So that
Why
is the
not?
thing, you shed
You
all
lose
your
your
inhibition.
inhibitions. Mhm. And that helps you grow much better as a person, isn't it?
Yeah,
Losing.
you become an all rounder.
Yeah. So thank you very much for that quick rapid fire question.
Yeah.
Uh, word of the day, word of this podcast. Prudent. One sentence in prudent.
Good. See, if you want to be a leader, you
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, awesome. Yes. One word for a person on the fence. Join or not to join. One word for a person who's on the fence. One word for a person who's on the fence to join the club or not join the club.
just take action,
Yes.
you know,
Go for
just
it.
go and join,
Mhm.
and other things will follow.
Okay. Mhm. And I mean, any other last minute suggestions or comments you would like to make?
No, I just want to wish Acid Marina all
Hmm.
the best.
Okay.
They have a great team of
Yeah.
XCOM officers. They have great members.
Hmm.
And I'm sure with this podcast, they're going to spread the words,
Hmm.
and they're going to have more and more members, and great meetings.
Okay.
Best wishes to the
Hmm.
complete XCOM.
Thank you. Thank you. And this is just the beginning. This is just a taster of the podcast. Later, when we have time, we'll sit and have a longer chat, on much deeper topics. So, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
all.
much. Happy. Have a good
Thanks.
day.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.